let's focus on the IT space. Mphasis in particular is trading higher by over 2% this week. Yesterday, the company held an analyst meet where the management reiterated that their direct international business, that's the non-HP business, will grow faster than the industry average, at least for the next 2 years. Ganesh Ayyar, the CEO and ED of the company, joins in now. Good afternoon, Mr. Ayyar, and thanks so much for taking the time out and speaking to CNBC TV 18. While you did, report your faith in the non-HP or in the direct business, on HP, the outlook is still very murky. You've indicated that you don't expect it to rebound. There is not much visibility. If you see, the performance in the last many quarters, it used to contribute more than 60% to your revenues, and it's come down to about 30%. What's going to happen at HP? Will the promoters continue to stay put? Are you getting any deals at all from HP?
Well, we are winning some deals with HP, and they are in our focus area as well. But on an overall basis, we have been declining almost for 16 quarters. So I'm not going to bet on it saying that it is going to rebound and we are going to get growth back in HP business. So our entire planning assumes decline in HP business, and our focus is in growing our direct international business. And as you mentioned during your statement earlier, that we believe that we have a very strong pipeline, and we have had good wins last year, which makes us confident that we will grow faster than the market.
Okay. Mr. Ayyar, talking about your non-HP business, you've guided for a growth rate which would be in line with NASSCOM at 12 to 14%. If you're saying that HP is going to continue to be sluggish, what would the entire consolidated entity grow at for this fiscal?
See, we don't give guidance as for the entire company, but if you really look at it, our direct international business accounts for roughly about 60% of our revenue. That's likely to grow faster than the market. HP decline continues, and so that's going to be the scenario which is playing out. Unfortunately, the decline has been there on HP's side for the last 4 years, as I mentioned earlier. Our focus is to double down around direct international, not just grow, but grow in terms of quality. We are winning in digital, we are winning in governance, risk and compliance. These are the areas where customers are spending more. So we want to win in areas where more money is flowing. Traditional IT is expected to decline at the rate of 4% over the next 3 years. So obviously that is a significant part of our revenue. The success lies in the fact that are you going to grow in areas where more money is going to flow, and those are the 2 areas where we are going to focus and win. So on an overall basis, when you do the maths, you can arrive at certain numbers that I won't be able to provide any guidance in that on that front.
Okay, so we'll do the math over there. But you spoke about the strong deal wins, which gives you visibility into the coming years. Last year, the company won about $270 million on the whole. So far in Q1, what's been the quantum of deal wins? And any number you can give us, which gives us a sense of what the pipeline looks like?
So to clarify, that $270 million is actually new wins, does not include renewals, and it's entirely in the direct space. And the trend of our pipeline and the win rate continues. We believe we will once again have a good year in 2016. I mean, I can't guide quarter by quarter, but pipeline being strong, it makes us confident about not just growth rate, but wins which will result in a very strong backlog as we end the year of 2016.
Any numbers?
Well, very hard to predict those numbers right now, because especially wins. So because they can just kind of tip over the quarter. So stay tuned. We will let you know as soon as we announce the results for Q1.
Okay. Mr. Ayyar, what's going on with the innovation bit? We do understand that you all have a revitalized research lab called Next, and there is a lot of emphasis from IT companies within the innovation space, and you've spoken about a chief innovation officer as one of the key points that maybe IT companies need to look at, and how traditional IT itself, you mentioned, is declining. Can you tell us what the emphasis is on research and development or innovation which the company is looking at this point, and what is the total investment and how?
So, we are focusing on innovation on, two specific initiatives. One you mentioned, which is Mphasis Labs. We call it Next Labs. In fact, we just announced the first output from Next Labs 2 days ago. It's called Hypergraph. And it is actually a tool which is able to bring the big data analytics across social network and enterprise data and is able to give insights. It has artificial intelligence built in it, so it's high science or high technology. First product out. And Mphasis Lab actually focuses on short bursts. Anything which is going to take more than 4 months will not be undertaken by Mphasis Lab, because in the new world, cycle time becomes extremely important. So they are focused on coming out with things which are within 3 to 4 month time period. They need to undertake the pilot, and then it will be up and running. So first product out 48 hours ago, called Hypergraph. The second form of innovation initiative that we have undertaken, we are calling it Startup, which is corporate supported startup. We are encouraging our own employees to form a startup within the context of the company. We will fund it as long as it is within the area of our focus and going to serve our clients. So the first startup got formed about 9 months ago, and first round of funding has taken place. Second round will happen once they complete the successful pilot. This is in the space of governance, risk and compliance. I expect some results by September-October timeframe, and if they successfully complete the pilot, then we will go for second round of funding of this startup. We call it startup, of course.
Okay. Mr. Ayyar, as you pointed out, even the company is now, looking at digital very closely, and you've done all these innovations. Currently, what's the contribution of digital to your consolidated revenues? And, channel checks suggest that generally for IT companies, while there has been a lot of talk about, digital deal wins, we haven't seen any large ones. What's your sense?
Actually, that's not true. There is enough opportunity in the marketplace. To be very specific, we won a more than a $20 million single contract where we are focused on working with a client, becoming their COE in the space of digital. We are looking at how do we bring intelligence to the products, to the entire frame of managing channels. So there are enough deals out there. Real money is being invested. And we expect this space to grow at a much faster pace than, of course, traditional IT is going to decline. So this is going to be a hotbed. The question is, can you bring real value to your clients? Decision making does not happen in traditional places. So you need to have a go-to-market which is effective. So I believe digital will be a huge thing in time to come. Now, when I look at our $270 million of wins last year, roughly about 2/3 came from GRC and digital put together. So it's not as if it is small and we are not winning. We are going to double down around GRC and digital. We believe it is going to fuel our growth.
Okay, Mr. Ayyar, on that optimistic note, we'll wrap up this conversation. Thanks very much for joining in and talking to us. Mphasis, that stock up around 1.5%. Time